Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another no cheat guide on the Enrichment Center this time. Now you guys seem to love this, so let's smash a good 400 likes this time. But this map is by NotNellaf. Be sure to go check him out in the description below and say I sent you. Now if you want to help me or support my channel, then use my support a creator code in your Fortnite games for Lord-Spink. Now moving on with the actual levels now. This is a no cheat guide. We're going to be showing you exactly how to do this properly. As I said, be sure to go check out NotNellaf. These takes a lot to build these maps. But yeah, this is basically your level select, and we're just going to get on with it straight away, show you how it's all done. Level 1, you're going to be put into an automatic system that just sends you flying into your basic like padded room at the mental asylum. This is your starting point, and you've basically got to escape the entire section. And the first, I think, like 20-ish levels are numbered, and this is your standard level 1. It's pretty warm-up based, just a nice little easy jump, and you just want to take your time. It's pretty simple like that, and you just head up the ramp, find yourself a checkpoint. Now this one, there's a little trick to this one, but again it's pretty simple. If you go forward too much, you will end up hitting that bounce pad, so you do have to pull back after you hit the second bounce pad. Just here, pull back, and you'll be able to land without hitting that bounce pad up there and getting flung back, hopefully not into the death barrier. But once you've gotten to level 3, this one is pretty simple, but you just got to land before the speed ramp. If you try and land like just on the ramp before it, it will catch you and you'll fly over. So you need to land just here without getting hit by the spike trap. And then you want to bounce off of these pads, but then obviously you've got those speed boosts there that are going to end up getting in your way. So when you do this bit, press left the entire time so that it brings you over nice and simple like so. And we could score a nice little touchdown. I've been loving that new emote. But basically, on to the next one. This one is pretty simple, as long as you know what you're doing. You want to jump as you hit the speed ramp so that you get that momentum and you fly like so. It's pretty self-moving after you hit that first tire. But yeah, once you've waited for your boots to stop icing, you can get on to the next level, and this one is you're going to be set right in the middle of the course with the checkpoint. So you want to start off by just walking over this bounce pad. There's no reason to jump on it or anything like that. Going to force you onto that little post, come up here, hit the freeze pads, use the momentum, do not jump, land on the spikes, and you'll just glide over them before they hit you. And then here you want to quickly hit that speed ramp before your boots run out. That way you can get that jump momentum and complete this little section like so. And there, as I said, there are little chutes here and there you're going to see that lead down to checkpoints, and they're from the level select. But number 6, this is all based on like trial and error, so you probably won't notice how to do it until you suddenly like failed it. So basically for here, with the launch pad, you have to hit X like straight away to pull out your glider like so. And then once here, you're going to be like, I'll go for it. But no, you can't reach the speed ramp. You need to hit those bounce pads there. So go back to the launch pad. Again, hit X as quickly as possible, or to pull out your chute, whatever your button is. And then use those bounce pads on your back to get into those speed ramps and carry on your momentum. And that's pretty much going to send you into another automatic chamber system to the next checkpoint. And here we go. Moving on, we have number 7. Right here, if you just try and walk into it like that, you're not going to be able to reach over. You're going to be put back into the reset system. What you want to do is jump onto it about halfway. You're going to get put back into this, and make sure you jump as you go up that ramp so you get onto this high ground, and then jump on that little ramp there as you come down and land on it. Otherwise you'll get put back into another loop. But that's that one. It's all about timing on those little jumps while you're just flying past. But number 8, we're moving on. This one is a bit tricky for quite a few people. You've got to like basically frog leap. I couldn't speak English there. You've got a frog leap back and forth between the different posts, and I find it's easier to get frost boots first, because then you can start getting that sliding momentum straight away, and you just want to slide, jump, slide jump. And I find it's easier to get the boots first before jumping onto the first one. And then you just want to make your way up here, and you're all good for the next checkpoint. It was quite a lot of fun to play this map, to be honest, because the challenges aren't too difficult. But for number 9, you just want to jump, get that momentum going, boom, and land. Be careful with the 2 holes on either side, because those will be pretty annoying if you just happen to slip down that. But then just jump onto the ice, and as you go up that ramp, you need to jump before you hit the wall. If you hit the wall, you're just going to stop dead. So you need to jump on that little ramp, and that's that level complete. You're just making your way onto the next level now. And this is the Tyres. These are really simple, but you can get a bit annoying if you try and skip them, because for instance, this one, if you try and skip that and go straight to the top, you end up landing on it and not bouncing, and if you're pressing forward, you end up just walking off the edge. So just be careful of that. But it's pretty simple once you got it. With these walls one, you can just go to the side, press forward, but don't press it up down too much, otherwise you will overshoot. And then here, just jump onto the middle of the speed ramp, keep pressing forward, and it basically does it for you. That's one of the level skips I was talking about. You see them on every odd number, I believe. Now, number 11, you just got a giant hole. So obviously you want to grab that chiller boot, and you got to do a mini continuous ramp system here, like ramp, jump, and you just want to do that all the way around. Be careful of that window, because it will bounce you in odd directions. You can even go through it, but as long as you manage to do it in time, you'll clear the gaps using those ice boots. Just be careful of that trap. It's a pretty sneaky one. But again, just go on through these little black hallway chambers to the next checkpoint, and we've got level 12. This one is one of the more fun ones, but just make sure you get a big jump on this one, because these get further and further apart as you go, and if you don't jump over the speed ramp enough, you won't get enough. So as you see there, I jumped clean over as much as I could over the speed ramp, definitely over the halfway point, and that gives you enough distance to easily hit all the tires. I tell you, I'm absolutely loving this freaking emote. It just bounces all over the place. But yeah, going through another black hallway, just use that bounce pad lift and you'll get to the next checkpoint. This is my lucky number, 13. Now, this one is really easy. Just stick to the left. A lot of this map will seem like a maze. It really isn't. Just stick to the left. You'll find that freeze trap under the ramp and follow my lead like this. And this will give you the quickest path to use those boots for the longest possible time, so you can just slide past all these traps. A lot of people are just going alternative routes which take a lot longer, but that's your best route right there. Now, number 14 is... you got to do it right on the edge. There's a few little tricks to this, but basically you just want to stick to the edge, and you need to use that speed boost to get this momentum to clear the gaps. If you just jump on the bounce pads, you won't be able to clear the gaps. Again, this is basically a lot about momentum. Here you can just take a second, figure out what you need to do, head over to that bounce pad, and you've cleared the section. Got yourself a touchdown, if that ball will stop bouncing back towards me. But moving on, next checkpoint. This map is freaking massive. Now, 15, these little bounce things are a bit jibby. We've basically got to get out of this room like normal, but these little mini launch pads, if you just walk into them, they bounce you like so. If you do a big jump onto them, they will bounce you higher, but it's kind of difficult to get up on there doing that. What you want to do is run into it and jump just before you run into it, and that will get you the biggest jump. Like there, I just did a big jump, and it did work, but it's a bit difficult. But you just want to use the launch pad, come up here, the tire pad, and here it's all self-moving. You barely need to do anything except jump that tiny little spike gap, and you'll be put back into another automatic falling system that will take you to the next checkpoint. This is basically really going to make you screw up your bearings. You're not going to have a clue where you are until suddenly you're here. And you're basically trapped in another room. You come out and you're in one of these awesome little trippy dream rooms you always see in like films, especially space films where they like replicate Earth and stuff. Getting off subject, you want to head down into this hole. You can see clearly where that hole is in the field. It's pretty small. And then you can just head up onto these crates and escape through here. Now, I did head all the way around, but there is only this one door, and you just want to head straight through it and carry on going down. It's going to look like you might be able to get across, but I guarantee, I'm 99% sure you cannot jump that gap. You'll be forced to go down here. Once again, you'll be put into another automatic chamber system, and boom, you're back at the beginning. What's this? Was I lied to? Was this a trick the whole time? Nope, nope. As you can see, the lamp there, it's knocked over. This is actually a duplicate room, and it's a duplicate stage 1 room as well. So what you want to do, hit the checkpoint, obviously, just carry on going, clear these gaps, and move on to the next section. You're probably thinking, oh, stage 2, but it's actually blocked off. There's a little window section on the side, and like as you can see, there's room 2, completely blocked off. You can't get in, and as I said earlier, this entire place can seem like a maze, but it really isn't. It's usually just one entrance, one exit. There's a few extra doorways here and there, but this is the path you just want to follow. It's really, really simple. Just you got to have a little bit of patience. I think it took me about an hour to complete, or an hour and a bit, I'm not quite sure. I was recording and trying to get the footage as clean as possible and doing certain areas over and over to get it nice and clean. As you can see here, like this entire section, you stick to the left. There's loads of doorways, but you just go left, 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 and then you find this little obstacle course which you have to get through, which takes you back out into that massive white room. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You just got to do that obstacle course. You come through here, and there's 2 directions you can go, and they both basically lead to the same direction. If you go up, you come straight to the checkpoint, which is great. That's the best way I'd advise. But if you do go down, it takes you on a longer route, and the problem with this way is if you go down, it brings you straight to the next stuff that you need to complete the section. So you'll probably get on with it, not realizing that you've missed a checkpoint up there. So quickly run up here and just hit that checkpoint, and then obviously going back down, we need those items down here, not the bounce pad though. If you go in there, you're trapped and you'll have to respawn. What you want is the chiller pad, and you just want to hit the chiller pad a little bit, not too much as you go flying all over the place. Line yourself up with those tires and just back up into the speed boost, jump, boom, jump. And that's it. That's all you need the ice boots for. And then as soon as they've basically taken ages to worn down, go ahead, jump these gaps. And a lot of these jumps aren't actually particularly hard. It's just a very long course, so it's a lot of variety and a lot of different stuff that you get to see, which is pretty cool. But you just want to follow the whole way up. It's no extra doorways or anything, and you'll get to the checkpoint. Now, go back to those boxes you just passed, and you actually need to jump on this little beam, and then jump on the tires down here. Just be careful you don't land on that black surface below, because it is a death barrier. You do die as soon as you hit that. Moving on, next checkpoint. Now, here, I just jump on the door. You can jump on those crates as well, but I just jump on the door, get on the metal fence, and then from here, you can just easily clear that gap. It's not too difficult. But from here, just be careful, because one little mistake and you are falling to your death. But this is just like a basic little parkour section. Just got to jump onto the lights. Be careful with that blue box, because it will bounce you backwards down onto the section below. And that's that section done. You pretty much just got to ignore all of those doors. And yes, I did check inside every single door on this map. There's a lot of just pointless areas. It's nice decoration, to be fair. It gives it a lot of atmosphere. But we're going to get on with the course. We're all good. Now, from here, you just want to head on up onto these like container crate type sections and just keep following the basic parkour course. I'm guessing a lot of people will probably be watching this because they're not sure on how to do a certain jump, or they've gotten lost and they're not sure where the exit is. They've checked so many areas, so just follow the path that I've taken, because this is it's not too difficult. You'll see I'm trying to make it pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going through every single door. I'm just taking you in that straight line from point A to point B. So as you can see, it's just twists and twines through different doorways, which make it seem like a maze when it really isn't. And it's actually a lot more like straightforward than you realize. Like when you go down, all it leads you to is like some fancy like decoration areas, and it's just a nice way to make you get a lot more annoyed or just have a lot more fun exploring the map, seeing all different things. But it's very tricky at occasions. Like for instance, there was a few times these holes in the ceilings, I'd just walk into a room and be like, oh yep, nope, nothing there, and I'd go back and then I'd realise, oh, there was a hole in the ceiling. But as you can see there, you've just got to follow that basic pathway. Once you've done that, you'll be at stage 99. I'm pretty sure there's not 100 stages, but it just says that there's probably like 100 jumps maybe. But with this, you basically just want to jump slightly before the edge, and that'll bring you up nice and cleanly. Jump up the ramp onto this little ledge there, and you'll be able to slide down that using your boots momentum to clear that gap, and you've cleared, well, stage 99. Now you're on to the final section. It's finally come to near the end of the video. Wow, that is a loud car. I need to move house. Anyway, you just want to follow through, head through the little hole there, and we are basically near the final section. If you go up those stairs, it just takes you to a nice balcony where you can overhang, see what the little inside giant area is about. If you actually go down that, you'll come to this giant, really like cogwheel, which, by the way, this is a sick little design. I think that is fantastic. But you just carry on heading down, and as I said, it makes it look like a maze, but there's no actual other exit. You just got to keep going until you suddenly find that you are near the exit, which is pretty cool, because this guy has created an epic design for the finish. Like usually you see stuff at the beginning or throughout the map, but he has created an awesome masterpiece. But before that, we've got the final stage. This one is a speed trap like frost momentum. Basically hit the frost in that corner, use those tires, jump up those tires really quick, use that barrier to stop yourself, and then jump on this ramp over, and again over. And that's pretty much how you do that little section there. It can be a bit tricky trying to figure out how to get up to that speed section once you've got the frost boots from below, but once you figured it out, it's pretty simple. And yeah, that's the final stage. Now you have come to that awesome decoration I was telling you about. It's just, as you can see, it's all mirrors through the windows. You can't actually see anything, but we have finally come to our Enrichment Center AI bot, and we've got our cake. At the beginning of the match, it says you got to find the cake, and we finally found that awesome cake. If you actually go up to the computers, you can find a llama which has a ton of grappling hooks in. But I just think that IA machine is incredible. That AI Enrichment Center robot thing is absolutely amazing. So top job on that. NotNellaf, I can't even pronounce it if you end up watching this. Top job. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, look at it, it's just massive. Smash like. I'll catch you guys later. And yeah, you guys seem to be liking these type of videos. Adios.